The Indianapolis Colts are going to win Super Bowl 53. Before the year, I had Indianapolis over Green Bay. Scenario number 2 with Green Bay out. If it wasn't Aaron Rodgers, once again, it was going to be Drew Brees. And here, the script cannot be set into motion any more perfect than it is right now. This is the Indianapolis Colts 66th season in existence. They are also at 6-6 right now, right before facing the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans in gematria equals 66. In the Colts 66th season, they're going to, in fact, win a title. It is title that equals 76. The Colts almost came back from 26 down, I think it was, against the Houston Texans, or it might have been 18 or 22. It's worth noting that with a win against the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts would get revenge for that Week 4 game to have a 7-6 record. It is revenge in gematria that equals 76. Here's why the Colts are going to end the Houston Texans' scripted 9-game winning streak. Number 1, Drew Brees. Where's number 9? It is 23. That is the 9th prime. The Super Bowl is going to be played on February the 3rd, 2-3. It is Atlanta, Georgia in gematria. That equals 23. Other 23 connections, Coach Frank Reich is Frank, that equals 23. It is Drew, that equals 23. The Indianapolis Colts 5-game winning streak was snapped. The Colts are going to end the year winning 8 straight games. And here's your answer for that. It is 8, that equals 49 in gematria. It is Brees in gematria, that equals 49. The Colts' 8th straight win is going to be against Drew Brees in the Super Bowl. I want you to see that Brees equals 49 and 22. This is going to be the 49th Super Bowl of the modern day era. The reason why before the year I thought it would be Aaron Rodgers, it is because Aaron equals 49. So when you're doing this research, always double check, because if it wasn't Aaron Rodgers, it was going to be Drew Brees right from the beginning. This is going to be a rematch of Super Bowl 44. So let me type this in. Super Bowl 44 for you guys to see. Colts, Saints 31-17. And get this. This is the year of Super Bowl 53, which is going to be played at Georgia. In gematria, funny enough, it is Georgia. That equals 44, and the Saints won Super Bowl 44. So a rematch script is definitely going to work out here. Think about the number 13 in luck. I've been saying this all year. When the Colts win the Super Bowl, they're going to win 13 games after starting 1-5. There's a reason for everything. 13 wins in the Colts' last 14 games of the season. That is a lot like having a 13-1 record. And you can see why the Colts lost 6-0 to the Jaguars. 6 points in the game total for the Colts. 6 loss. And Luck the Snake, it is number 6 in order. And this all happens with the Colts 6-6 after 12 games for number 12. So this is all starting to line up with the snake astrology. Also, Andrew Luck played 6 prior playoff games. So you're starting to see all this sync up. And Andrew Luck's 6th victory this year is going to win them the AFC. Likewise, the Colts had a very tough first 6 games of the season. Atlanta and Colts to review explains why the Colts started 1-5 in the year of Super Bowl 53, Atlanta, Georgia. But let's get to the Colts having 13 wins and 1 loss to end the year. 57, Atlanta, Georgia. The comeback Colts win the Super Bowl, all equal 131 in gematria. Now, I want you to notice that Blake Bortles was benched for the game on December the 2nd. Throw off the bettors. It is Blake Bortles that equals 122, and it is comeback Colts that equals 122. So, although the Colts lost a scripted game on 12-2 by a score of 6-0, Blake Bortles being benched in December the 2nd signalizes that the comeback Colts run is going to begin after that game. So that is the key interpretation for the gematria value of comeback Colts. And it is Super Bowl that equals 41. Now let's get to in the year of Super Bowl 53 being the year of the comeback, and this as well as this. You know, Andrew Luck upsetting Brady. This is what Frank Reich's 57th birthday on December the 4th is going to signalize, people. Frank Reich was the quarterback of the Bills, or of the Bills. He came back from 32 points down against the Bills. This is why Frank Reich is coaching the Indianapolis Colts right now. He also went to college at Maryland. The Colts used to play at Maryland. They used to be the Baltimore Colts. So this is why he's coaching the Indianapolis Colts instead of Josh McDaniels. 57th pick in that draft, offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, he's going to turn 57 years old right after the Colts' latest game that ended their winning streak. His birthday is going to signalize that the Super Bowl run is, in fact, going to begin after his birthday. For the comeback king himself, Frank Reich, and his comeback king quarterback, who went down, he led a 28-point comeback. And, 28-point comeback for Andrew Luck and 32 for Frank Reich in the playoffs. All of these add up to 60. It's Indianapolis and Gematria. That equals 60, so there is that for you as well. But Frank Reich's December the 4th birthday in 2018. His birthday numerology for 2019 equals 53. That has everything to do with the Super Bowl being played in February of that year. So the amount of time from Frank Reich's 57th birthday to the day of the Super Bowl, notice when you include the end day, it is 62 days. Again, it is Georgia. That equals 62. But without including the end day, this is only 61 days. So 61 days from Frank Reich's birthday, his 57th birthday, to the day of the Super Bowl. Andrew Luck, the 61st starting quarterback in a Super Bowl, and it is Frank Reich, born in 1961. It is Andrew Austin Luck in Gematria. That equals 61. We have the winning streak at 8 games, syncing up with 8 and Drew Brees in the NFC. But here's why Andrew Luck's 13th win ever since the 1-5 start is going to occur against Drew Brees. I want you to notice as well that this is the 99th NFL season, and it makes sense why Drew and Gematria equals 99. Drew Brees was going to play a big role this season in the 99th season, but it is going to be Andrew Luck that is going to pick up that 13th win since the 1-5 start against Drew Brees. 13 equals 99. Drew Brees and Gematria equals 99. Super Bowl 45 came right after the Saints won the Super Bowl, so I think that's what that 45 is going to signalize. Also, the 45 represents Mike Pence. Mike Pence equals 45. We have an impeachment ritual going on for this particular Super Bowl. So yes, the 13th win since the 1-5 start has everything to do with who the Colts are going to face. And that is the number one answer as to why it's going to be the New Orleans Saints losing the Super Bowl to the Colts instead of the Green Bay Packers to the Indianapolis Colts. Now let's break down, the Colts record against the Houston Texans, right? The Indianapolis Colts, the comeback begins against the Houston Texans. They would win their 26th game against the Texans. Once again, it is comeback in Gematria. That equals 26. In fact, as a matter of fact, okay. Let's see. The winning streak for the Texans, it might have began against the Colts, if I can recall. Indeed. The Texans' hot streak began against the Colts, so naturally it has to come to its end against the Colts. You see, this game has a lot of significance right now. The winning streak started against the Colts. It all ends against Andrew Luck. This is all starting to sync up, people. It really is. Now, the Colts-Saints series record. Andrew Luck, the Snake, wins game number 6 to win the Super Bowl, right? Andrew Luck's astrology has a lot of significance with this. Also, we're seeing the number 13 come into play as well. 12 prior games outside of that Super Bowl for these two teams. I find that very interesting. Now, on to the Colts Cowboys series. We all know the Colts are gonna beat the Titans, right? We can really forget about Tennessee since they're that horrible and that irrelevant. But Andrew Luck's going to win his 7th game against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys will lead the series 10-7. 10-7 is a lot like 107. It is a lot like the city of Atlanta, Georgia, and gematria equaling 107. So there's your 10-7 there for Cowboys Colts. Now on to the Colts and the Giants. So let me go back here and let me go to Colts Giants. The Giants are bad outside of home. Well, Andrew Luck, number 12, is going to pick up the 12th win against the Giants. That's pretty easy. You know, Andrew Luck in his special season is going to remain at 7 losses against the New York Giants and all. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. He wins game number 7 for the Colts against the Cowboys, and then he remains at 7 losses against the New York Giants. Now, the Colts will be 10-6 entering the playoffs. 10-6, the prophecy number in gematria, prophecy in 52 prior Super Bowls. I can definitely see how 10-6 is starting to sync up right now. And the Colts would have a win-loss differential of +7 entering the Super Bowl, right? That's, Andrew and 7 equaling 7 in gematria. That's really interesting here. 13-6. Really interesting how that is. The Colts win the AFC with their 13th game in the 99th season. It's 13 that equals 99. Very interesting. So this Super Bowl run is going to begin against the Houston Texans. The Baltimore Ravens, I should say, are going to lose against the Chargers, and they're going to lose against the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in an upset win over the Baltimore Ravens. So the Indianapolis Colts are going to be your 6th seed with the Snake Andrew Luck. 1989, once again, is a snake year, Andrew Luck's birth year. And it is number 6 in the order. This is really what this video is talking about right here. So once again, enjoy the ride. This is the year of the comeback. Suspense is happening right now, so all of you guys are supposed to doubt the Colts. But this is when the comeback begins, when no one expects them to win. So enjoy the drama and enjoy the script that has a lot of suspense right now, that is going to have a lot of suspense over the course of this season. So with a little bit of luck, the Indianapolis Colts are going to be your Super Bowl 53 champions.